Hey, welcome back to DIY RV and Home with Greg. Today's project is working on my 2012 Ram pickup truck. I got some paint chipping away here on my driver's door and rust starting to build on it. So need to take care of that before it gets any worse. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be using a palm sander with 320 grit sandpaper on it to clean the rust off of the metal and to start tapering the paint. So when I do paint back over it, it's got a seamless repair. You can see it's kind of a little bit hard to get to some of the areas just because it is right there at that crease of the body panel. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually taking 150 sandpaper and working it by hand to try to clean up a little bit more. I didn't want to take too much off or go too crazy with the palm sander. And here's what it looks like when I got it done. Now, hindsight 2020, I should have gone some more, but from what it was looking like, it looked pretty good at that point. So now what I'm doing is taking acetone and wiping the whole area down, clean it up, make sure that I got all the grease, grime, and dirt off of it. Once that's done, I went ahead and started masking the area off so I didn't get any overspray on anything else that I didn't want to get. I was running out of blue tape, so I actually cut it down and then using some shop towels instead of paper, newspaper. We're kind of like a paperless family here almost anymore, so newspaper's kind of hard to come by. As you can see, I've taped the inside edge of the door where the color changes, since I do have a two-tone paint job. Now what I'm doing again is taking a little more acetone and wiping it down some more. Again, another hindsight, I should have had a bigger area, working area. I should have taped off a larger area, but it's all a learning experience. Now I'm just going ahead and taking some primer and priming the area out. And once I primed it, I'm sanding it down to smooth it back out, getting rid of any imperfections. And I continue to do this. I added about 3 coats of primer on and then sanded down to where I thought what was looking pretty good. And so it's just working back and forth, 320 grit sandpaper and spray paint, or putting the primer back on. So now here what I'm doing is going to go ahead and put the color coat on, and this is where I should have had a larger working area so I could have blended it a little bit easier. But hindsight's always 2020. And also at this point I really noticed that I didn't blend the paint and the primer well. I could start seeing a step in the repair, so that kind of bummed me out. Here it is the next day, and it doesn't look too awful bad from 5 feet away, but close up it's there. You might be able to see it in the shadow, that line, and then as I am starting to sand it down, you'll notice it. And what I'm doing is I'm wet sanding. I got a block with the 320 grit sandpaper, and once I wipe it, you'll actually start, well, you can see it right there. There's that line. And so I continued to do that until I felt that this time I had adequate feathering. That roll right there in the body panel, there was a little bit of a issue, and I was working that. Took me a few minutes to get that cleaned up. Now what I'm doing is working with 600 grit, and I'm actually just dulling up the finish, the clear coat, so it'll adhere better, and also from where I painted yesterday, to get that to blend in. Once that was all done, I went ahead and cleaned it up again, trying to see if I can feel any imperfections or anything like that that would cause me issues. So now I'm going back and adding some more primer, because I did sand down to bare metal, and the little problem there is I got a little too crazy and I had a little drip, so I had to go back in and let that dry and sand it back out, and actually added some more primer to it. Here again, I'm doing wet sanding. I'm just trying to feather it out as best as I can. So it's getting closer, and as you can see, I'm kind of going a little bit wider and further out on my sanding. That was so I could get that clear coat roughened up. And now what I'm doing is taping between the paint colors on the two-tone, so I can actually have a larger area to blend the old paint to the new paint. And what I did is I went and put a piece of tape on the body, and then I added a piece of tape to this shop towel, and that way I didn't have to be as meticulous as trying to get that shop towel in place. It's easier just to do it with a piece of tape. So now once I got everything protected that I wanted to protect with the masking off, I went ahead and wiped it down, and here I am going back with my color coat, and I'm doing light coats. And I did do 4 coats. I'd do a coat, wait about 20 minutes, do another coat. So I did a 4-coat buildup. Once that was all done, went back and did my clear coat on it. Right here you can see I'm just showing you what it looks like before I did the clear. I think it came out really good for especially doing it outside. So now here's the clear coat going on, and real light coat just to start off. Let that tack in a little bit, and then came back in with a heavier coat, then waited about 20 minutes, and I did about 4 coats of clear coat on it. So once it was all done, here's the end result. I think it's a win-win, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, seeing how to just do a larger size repair on some paint damage. Here's the before again. You can really see how bad it was, and then here is the final product. Alright, I want to thank you for watching this video. Hope you got something out of it. Please share, subscribe, and like. See you on the next video.